Hi there, how's it going? Look, it's a beautiful day out. Last time I came out it was raining, so I think we're going to be fine with the weather. Hopefully no rain today. I'm out for another camp, so join me if you will. Camping in my Zempire tent and cooking up a lovely meal on the Trangia. Let's get on with it, shall we? How good is this? Wait for a cup of tea to brew. Actually, I might have a coffee, I think, but we'll wait for that to brew. Might have a bicky and see how we go. Very nice. It's nice to be out in the spring. It's nice and warm, hardly any rain, not a lot of wind. In fact, it's a beautiful afternoon. Quite enjoying myself just quietly here. Quite alone, only a couple of birds and a few bits and pieces around. So yeah, very, very good. Now the editing program I'm using, I've got a new editing program, and one of the settings that it has, they call it a beauty enhancement. Now I know, I look pretty good, so no need for any beauty enhancement, I get that. But I just thought I'd try it out. Tell me what you think. Should I be filming my videos like this? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Look at that, look at that. Looking good, aren't we? Yeah. I know. Can't have too much of a good thing. Yeah. Can't improve on perfection. I get that. And I mean, there's a lot of people out there, they'd love to look as good as me. I get that too. But if you want me to do the rest of my videos with that beauty enhancement on, let me know in the comments down below. And if you think I'm just being, well, fill in the blanks, let me know in the comments down below. So much for beauty enhancement, I guess. Back to the coffee, eh? Well, let's have a look down here. So we've this is the river. See how she looks. Yeah, it's well down. We've had, as you can see, we've had next to no rain. So nice and dry. It's crystal clear, beautiful looking. So yeah, very nice indeed. It's always nice to camp next to a river. I bring plenty of water, but you could use this. Probably want to filter it, but it should be all right. Well, it's probably time for a bit of dinner. I'm going to make a stew tonight. Now, I've never made this before, but you know I do love my stews, so I'm going to make one tonight. Now, I saw it on a YouTube channel, but I didn't make a note of which channel it was on or the recipe, so I'm making it up a little bit from memory. Who knows if it'll work or not. I'll either end up with a gelatinous mess or a soupy something, I don't know, but we'll see what happens anyway. So this is going to be my attempt at this stew. Excuse the light, it's getting late on into the evening now, and should be dark in about an hour or so, I think, maybe a little more. But there's clouds rolling over and the sun's coming in and out of the clouds, so if it suddenly gets really bright, my apologies. If it suddenly gets dark, well, we'll just have to wing it. This is in the middle of a camping area, so can't really help too much about that. Anyway, so let's get on with it. So we're going to make a stew, and it's essentially a corned beef stew. I don't quite know how that's going to work, but we'll see what happens anyway. Let's get into it, shall we? So I guess as per usual, we'll start off by lighting the Trangia. So we'll chop and peel our onion. You know me, I'm pretty agricultural when it comes to this sort of things. See, we should put a bit of oil in there. Whack that on there, and they can go in there. At some point they'll fire up and start sizzling. So we're going to want some kumara, which is what these are, sweet potato. Oh, there's the sun come out like I said it might. Alright. So look, see how this is going. I don't know what it is, something about the smell of onions. Can't really go too far wrong with it. Here it is, tricky ingredient here. What have we got? We've got palm corned beef, look at that. New Zealand premium quality corned beef, or spam if you so desire. Well, let's see what this thing looks like. Oh, yep, doesn't look too bad, does it? Is this going to work? Is it going to come out, you reckon? Perfect, look at that. So let's chop this up. Might be just a tad of fat in there. Can't be all bad, can it? Whee! Let's put it in here. Whoa! Probably work better in the pot, wouldn't it? Hey. So I'm told, water. I have no idea if this is going to work, you know. Vegetables. So just for a bit of flavour, I cut up a mushroom. Don't have to be too, I think just something like that. Put that in there as well. Wasn't sure quite what spices to do, so there's just a real mixture of stuff in here, which is oregano and thyme, a fair bit of garlic in there too. I should have actually bought a clove of garlic, I didn't, I forgot. So there's a fair bit of garlic in there as well. Put that in there. All right. So I'm guessing, as I said, it's either going to turn into an ugly mess or something pretty tasty. So again, not really sure how long to leave that thing going for. We'll give it an hour, we'll have a look. Oh, there's one more ingredient to go in. This is the thing that puzzled me the most. I'm not sure how this is going to work, but that's beef jerky. Just wanted to tip that out so I didn't tip the little thing in. So this is just standard beef jerky. It should reconstitute in there. Soon find out, won't we? I was going to chop it up, but I don't think I will. We'll just put it in like that. And there we go. Keep an eye on it. We need a bit more water, and we will. There it is, corned beef and beef jerky stew. Looks bloody awful, doesn't it? Oh well. Given there's a can of corned beef in there, I don't think I need to put any salt in there, that's for sure. I think we'll just wait and see what it tastes like before we look to do that. But I imagine with all that corned beef in there, I imagine there's going to be a fair amount of salt in there. Starting to look very good actually. Yeah. So if you know who did do this on their YouTube channel, it's one of the outdoor guys, and he put together this. Please let me know who it is. I'd love to give them credit. I mean, credit where credit's due. It's not my recipe, it's definitely theirs. And if it tastes any good, and it's starting to smell really nice, so I'm thinking it's going to taste good, I'd certainly like to give them some credit. So let me know in the comments down below if you know who's the originator of this or who did it on YouTube. It's getting on, so it's been going for, I'm not sure, probably about an hour. So I had a bit of a lie down and a doze, so I'm not 100% sure quite how long it's been going for, but I think it's been about an hour. So let's have a look and see what we think, shall we? Oh yeah, it's looking good, isn't it? Wow. So that's thickened up beautifully. Not sure whether that's good luck or good management or whatever, but boy, that's ended up nice. Nice and thick and hot. I think we'll help ourselves, won't we? Just turn that off. Get ourselves a bowl. Let's go with the dish out, I think. Wow. It is pretty thick, isn't it? It's amazing how that thickened up. I never would have thought it would have thickened up like that, you know. Bit hot, but we'll survive. So, there it is. How does that look? Whoa. Let's see what it tastes like. A little bit on the warm side, but amazing. That beef jerky's just reconstituted itself. It's swelled up. Whole thing is taken on the taste of the corned beef or spam, and the potatoes kind of all broken down, sweet potatoes broken down and in there, although there is, as you can see, still chunks of sweet potato and mushroom, and it's just delicious. Well, I can't believe how good this tastes. I am really impressed. So thank you, whoever that YouTuber was that I saw. Please let me know who it is. Let me know in the comments down below. This is delicious. Definitely doesn't need any salt. In fact, might be just, well, marginally salty, but a very intelligent person once said to me, meat loves salt and salt loves meat, so I guess it works fine. Luckily I got a couple of litres of it there. I'd be disappointed if this is all I had. Well, that's one helping gone. Probably time to have some more. I mean, it would be rude not to, wouldn't it? Tell you a little bit about what I've been up to recently, and it doesn't look like I'm going to get out too much to do any large hikes or tramps as we call them here in New Zealand, because I did something pretty stupid, and that is I've done quite a good bit of damage to my knee. So I'm all right for very short and flat walks, but evidently it's quite a long rehabilitation. But in typical stupidity fashion, what I was doing was I was walking down the side of a hill, and it was on a bit of a pathway, and the pathway was fine. So I thought, oh, this is great. I'll get a couple of shots of me walking down the hill and I'll say something to camera. So I pulled out the selfie stick and put the camera on the end, and I'm lining up the shot, and I took one step too far backwards and I went straight backwards off the edge of the path, fell down the bank, and I ended up hanging upside down halfway down this bank. It wasn't a big bank, it was only probably 3 meters, something like that. I ended up hanging upside down from a root from my leg, and I did some goodly bit of damage to my knee. So I managed to untangle myself and get back up onto the path, which wasn't too much of a problem. But the really annoying part was I hadn't pressed record, so I didn't actually record me falling over, which was really annoying. It then took me, I don't know, maybe 4 hours to do the hour back to the car, because I was hobbling and staggering and stopping to rest and chewing anti-inflammatories and painkillers and everything else. So it's not too serious. I don't have to get a rebuild or anything at all like that, but I have ripped some of the tendons and caused a bit of damage to the joint. So it's going to be a fairly long rehab, and I have to take it fairly easy, which is really annoying. So that's probably, you haven't seen much of me. And I don't know, stupidity reigns, doesn't it? You know, when you're younger, you tend to bounce, but as you get older, you don't bounce, you tend to break when you fall over. So let that be a lesson. Not that I'm that old, but the point is, yeah, broke instead of bouncing. But anyway, so hope you don't mind. Probably a few more camps like this, and I've got a few flat walks in mind, only a couple of hours, and I think that'll be fine. But yeah, I'm not going to be charging up hills and doing huge days. Well, not this summer anyway. It's getting a little, as soon as the sun goes down this time of the year, it does get a little chilly. There's a slight breeze coming through, and there's a bit of chill in that breeze. Not much, just enough to give you a bit of a chill. Well, I don't know if you can hear that, but the stream is right behind the tent, literally 3 or 4 meters behind the tent. So you can hear the stream running, and it's a very, very peaceful kind of thing to listen to. Should put me to sleep really quickly, I think. And given that I think it's going to be a nice calm night, there's nobody around, I think I'll sleep beautifully all night. Certainly the weather appears to be staying fine, so a little bit of cloud around, but certainly I can't see any rain or anything else like that. It'd be great. There's no one here, I'm here on my own, and that's the way I like it. Definitely like it when I'm on my own. Oh, nothing like a hot chocolate, is there? It's very, very dark outside. Not quite black, but getting close enough to it. So certainly time to sort out some candles, I think, and bits and pieces. So we'll get those done now, I think. So there we go. Let's stick it back in the tent. Given it's such a warm night tonight, I suspect that'll attract every mosquito within a radius of I don't know how far. Oh well. Spoke too soon about being alone. Someone turned up about 10 minutes ago and set up in the dark, and there it's quite a long area that I'm in, and they're down the way and around the corner, so I can't see them, I can't hear them, so I may as well be on my own. Cheers. These places get quite busy, especially in summer, and we're spring, and this is a beautiful day. I mean, it's pretty warm at the moment. It was easily 23, 24 degrees today, and it's probably, I know it's getting a bit chilly, but it's probably 12 or 13 now, and I don't think it'll get any colder than that. Thank you very much for joining me. It is much appreciated. It's nice to see you, and it's nice to be out in some beautiful weather for a change. Oh yeah, what lovely weather it is too. Really, really nice. Anyway, as I said, it's pitch back out, so I'll finish this off and probably get into bed. Well, there we go. All rugged up and ready to go. I can hear the mosquitoes buzzing around outside. Very grateful for the mesh in this tent, that's for sure. Nice stream, so yeah, I think I'll nod off pretty quickly. So if anything happens in the middle of the night, I think you should know, I'll let you know. But otherwise, see you in the morning. Good morning, how's it going? Well, it's a beautiful day this morning. Not a cloud in the sky, not a breath of wind. It did rain overnight, but not enough to make me get up and have a look or do anything. And it's a beautiful morning this morning. I think we'll have this cup of coffee and put a bit of breakfast on probably. But sun's coming up over the hills behind me, you can probably just see that. And I think it'll be nice just to sit here in the sun for a while. Well, time for breakfast, I think. I'll start off by putting a splash of oil in. So a bit of a lazy sod. I didn't level the pan like you're supposed to, so well. Man, they're starting to look good, aren't they? Whoa. Gotta love a good sausage in the morning, don't you? Well, they're starting to look pretty much close to perfect, I think. So we'll just put them in here, let them drain off just a fraction. So a little bit of salt. A little bit of pepper, looking good. Well, that didn't quite work out as I planned. I left the bread at home. How can you have sandwiches when you haven't got any bread? So I was going to do a nice fresh roll with sausages and egg, but left them at home. So we're just going to have to eat them like that. I wouldn't have flipped them had I realised that. I would have left them nice and runny. So well, you can't have everything. Well, there we go, bacon and eggs. Not exactly the way I planned, but it'll do. Can't have bacon and eggs without plenty of barbecue sauce and plenty of tomato sauce. So there we go. Oh, how good is that? I guess we'll soon find out, won't we? Probably should use a fork, shouldn't I? Hard to know how you can go wrong. Sausages, eggs, barbecue sauce, tomato sauce. Yeah, day's fining up. Be very nice, I think. I'll pack up soon. It's getting on a bit. I haven't got all day today. I've actually got things to do when I get back, so I think I'll get away quite early and just pack up. Well, camp in the Zempire tent in fine weather. Oh, How good was that? No rain, loved it. Hey, thanks very much for watching. If you want to actually see me camping in the rain, check out that video up there. Until next time, thanks again for watching. See you later. Stay safe out there.